are recording. So if you're ready, I'll get things started. So welcome everybody. We are talking about cyberpunk, but how you can create a cyberpunk costume out of your own closet. And pretty much I'll talk about some of the costuming, how I do that. And then we will switch over to the room that you kind of see. And I've taken things out of my own closet, and we will kind of throw a costume on me and talk about cyberpunk. And then at the end, if you have a piece of clothing or something, I'll come back over here and we will walk through that. So a little introduction. I'm Mandi Arthur-Struss, or Mandi. I'm a master costumer. This is recording, so hopefully we'll be able to use this for later on. To talk about costuming and stepping away from cyberpunk, we're not even going to worry about cyberpunk for a moment. There are many levels of costuming. You do not have to make a costume from scratch to do costuming. That's one of the things that a lot of people think they have to do. And that's not necessary. You can make a whole costume from your own closet. And with cyberpunk, it's actually pretty easy. But to start off with, just for my mind, how I work when I do costume, I usually pick one or two items that kind of yell that thing out of. So let's say when I was younger, like a kid, I would make my costumes. I had some cowboy boots. Okay, well then I'd go through the closet and find things that would say cowboy boots or cowboy. My mom had got me moon boots one year, and so I went and we had this old costume of a white kind of jumpsuit kind of thing, and then took Dad's helmet and covered it in tinfoil and had a helmet for astronaut. So all these things kind of build up. I still use it today. Instead of creating something from new, it depends on what I am doing to do a costume. If I am on stage, a masquerade, hello, I would build it from ground up. If I
Guggenheim shears.
Sorry, that's okay.
Hi.
Welcome. We're just getting started. I'm talking about how to build something from ground up, just from the closet. So I was talking about how I have different ways of putting costumes in different areas. If I'm going on like a masquerade, I will build from ground up. If I am just going to be wearing it on stage, I will go to Goodwill and find things and create something new, or find things that work. You know, when I go to Goodwill, there's a lot of times I'll go through and just find items that way. So let's talk about cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is a genre of futurism. A lot of them are dystopian, but a lot of them aren't. You know, it just depends. If you think of Matrix or Johnny Mnemonic, there's always something that is electronic to it. Be it cyber arm, or be it mind going through technology, like with which one is that one? It's a ghost in the shell. It's bodies that are made totally of they look human, but they're all mechanical, but their minds are human, that go jumping from place to place to place. So that's what cyberpunk is there. So any questions so far? Hello. If not, I'm going to switch over. So sometimes to me, it is easier for you to step through the process with me and how I throw a costume together from my closet. I just went through my closet and grabbed things, and you will help me create this costume, and then we will talk about, and hopefully people can share something from their costume, from their closet, and we will see how that works. So let me switch over to the other place, replace spotlight. We're going over there, and I'm going to mute the side, and then I will bring up the unmute. A moment.
I think that was it on the website.
So hopefully there won't be any feedback. So where we are is in my other room. I have dug through some of the items. Everything here has either been given to me or I have gotten from Goodwill or I have worn at a certain time. The only things that aren't that are my wigs. Those are I've bought for costuming purposes. So that's the one thing, but everything else here is from my closet in some way, or someone has given it to me. I have some costume pieces that someone's like, I don't want to wear this anymore here. And then it becomes a costume piece to me because I don't usually wear that, but that's the way it goes. So how are we hearing me? Okay.
Fine.
Okay, cool. All right. So when I start a costume and just, let me bring this here so you can see me a little bit better. That's a little scary. But when I start a costume, I usually start with a ground level, which that's what I have on. I have the teal tunic and some black pants. With Cyberpunk, usually when I look at Cyberpunk, or I think of Cyberpunk, I think of something that is kind of worn out, or there's a little pop of color, or there's something neon, or there's something electronic about it. So going through, I pulled out 3 or 4 things, and I'm going to have you guys help choose which one I'm going to put on. So you're going to help me do a costume. So to start off with, let's start off with the shirt. I've grabbed a couple things here. We have the neon, of course, pink. We have stripes, or we can keep just the shell. So which one would you like?
We're also fickle. I'd be curious how you use the stripes.
I'll use the stripes. Okay, so let's try the stripes.
Could you let me into the meeting, please?
Oh,
thank you. We have
I have to on the other side.
We have 2 laptops going for 4 of us.
Okay. So did you let him in, Judy?
Thank you, whoever did that.
Yes, I got it, Dad.
Thank you, Judy. I'll put that in your wheelhouse. All right.
I'll just keep.
Okay, so we have this over as a shell. Get some striping there. All right. Due to COVID, of course, I put on a little weight. So pants wise, I would put either on, I could put jeans and things like that, or I have other pieces I can put on. So for right now, we have the skirt that will be going over the black. I do have the pink pumping down, or we have black pants. Which one would you like?
Skirt. Skirt.
The skirt.
All right.
Skirt.
All right, we're going over top. So we have a very basic underpiece. Now we start going into the unique pieces. Now with Cyberpunk, they always kind of throw something unique over top of it. You can give it certain themes. You can go the Japanese theme, where if you think of Cyberpunk like Blade Runner, you have kind of that motif.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Blade
You also have some of the kind of green, kind of weird patterns. And then you have the coats that a friend said I'm not wearing anymore. It was for a costume of some kind. Got that. And then I have the other one over here. Yes.
Mhm.
I have my coat. I have my coat I wear every day. Or not every day, but this is what I would wear. I was very anime. And then the last piece I have is this weird one. I got a garage sale. I actually used it to be Grandma Adams, but it's kind of weird. And by this, by whichever piece you pick here, that will take a lot of the character of where this is going. If you pick something like this, it's more of, are you a kind of a ragamuffin cyberpunk? More of the anime cyberpunk? The most, let me kick people around cyberpunk? The elegant cyberpunk? Or the Japanese kind of cyberpunk? So which one would you like?
The fluffy
Ooh.
collar. Let's go with the fluffy collar. Yeah. Fluffy collar.
Okay, let's go with the fluffy collar, and we can always go back and rechange things. Okay. So we have fluffy collar, kind of weird fluffiness kind of thing. So we're kind of going ragamuffin, interesting that way. Okay. So we have the basic ground piece. This is starting to add some of the flavor to it. Let me throw these back.
Really Wonka's grandma.
Yes, I use this for Grandma Adams, just so you know.
Yeah.
All right. This is where I start kind of taking pieces and going, let's try this piece or this piece. Let's head toward the hair. I can keep with my hair, or we can do interesting wigs. That's a short-haired one. That's a long-haired one.
Color.
Is that a ghost?
Neon green.
The blue,
Blue.
Yeah, try the blue.
blue.
All right, we got blue. Okay, wig. I'm not pinning this in, so you don't get to see the wig part, but all right. There's the back. Let's hook it. There's different ways to put on wigs. The length for me is how it did. I figure out where I want to put it, kind of thing. But, okay.
Anime vibe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we are now heading down the cyberpunk lane with the hair. Bring some things forward. Now, this is where I get to the point of what calls to me in my wardrobe. Sometimes I do belts, sometimes I don't, sometimes I do other things. Sometimes I put in jewelry. Let's head toward belts, and you don't have to do belts. These are just some of the ones I have. And they're brown. You probably would do better with black, but so I don't know if any belts look like you would want to use that. We have some jewelry and things like that. I also have, we have unique scarves that I've used too. Let me do this first.
And head scarves and like cowls and stuff.
Mhm.
That's what I was gonna do.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. So you can use scarves, you can use neon things. I have leggings that I could use. So if you see something that you think I need to try, please do. We can always start over and come back and take it off. If you want to know what these are leggings. Yeah.
See, now she needs a different.
Yeah, I'd like if you did that pink shirt and that big long black coat. with all the neon you can throw on it.
Welcome back. How's that?
Yeah.
All right. Now, one of the things that people, when they do costuming, they stop at a point and they forget about their hands and they forget about their feet. So one of the rules I have is, what is everybody going to see and go all the way out? So if I'm on TV or I'm filming and you're only going to see this much, I sometimes won't do the below just because you're not going to see that. But if I'm out, I will think of what's got on my hands. I have some unique gloves here. The ones that I used for my husband's, used before were my husband's workout gloves. So these are unique ones, are fun. So you have gloves. One of the greatest gloves that I love are the dollar store gloves, because you can just chop off the ends and they work well. And you just chop them off and you don't care if it's ratty, because with Cyberpunk, you sometimes don't care about that. So, all right. Let's talk about shoes. You don't see them, but those are a big piece of a costume. Let's bring up some. So they can add a lot or change how the costume looks. So I have a couple of boots. I have good old tennis shoes.
Love those.
Mhm.
I have my wonky boots that I love wearing. And then I do have some heels. I'm not gaga over them, but these are some heels that I have. Mom gave me these, and these were used garage sale. Grabbed them for a costume. So are we going back to the ones that said, I love that one?
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. We'll stick these on.
This is a look you can do very easily and it'll be very comfortable for you.
Mhm.
We'll show you the stuff that we got.
Mhm.
We're still looking though.
Okay. Okay. Now, to me, with Cyberpunk, a big thing to me is the eyewear. So I'm going to bring you some eyewear I have. I'll bring them up. This is ski goggles. You can wear them over glasses. You have your good old kind of circle purple glasses. You have old sunglasses of mine. And then just regular glasses. So which ones would you like to see?
Oh, the ski mask.
I'll give you an example with this
Yeah.
one.
Oh, cool.
You have,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
you have that one. And I use this for when I did the film shoot. Let me take this. So that changes it too once you
Uh-huh.
take out the hair.
Looks like Amy Pond.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go to the dollar store and get some of those.
I already have those.
Okay. Oh, do you?
Oh, okay. And we'll come back and I'll throw this on. The other thing I'm gonna do real quick is when I do steampunk, or not steampunk, cyberpunk, I use just an eyeliner, and this is actually an eyeliner, but I use it on the lips. I'll do this really quick, so hopefully this won't freak you out when I use this as the mirror. A lot of the time with cyberpunk, you put in things that make it look like your electronic and that kind of thing. And the easiest way for me to do it, so I stick these up, is good old eyeliner. So close and personal, you're going to see this. Hopefully this won't freak you out a little bit. So
So you just go down, kind of hook it in. It's not gorgeous, but I'm actually going to go across. And then you can do some across and down and make things look interesting that way. But then I have a blue eyeliner. I gotta get up here, sorry. My glasses make it a little weird. And this is fast. Makes it look like it's got some electric stuff going on. And it's just very simple lines. Okay, let's go back to which eye one. Let's do this eye one. So just by taking some eyeliner, going through your thing and figuring out what you want, you can do a simple steampunk one. If you want to see the back, you got the foot. Kind of thing. If you want to play more with the pants, let's see. We'll just grab that. And you can add color, things like that. So that's how my brain works, is I'll take pieces and put them together and then kind of see what happens. Now you wanted to see what neon, everything neon, right?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. Let's pull out the neon. We'll switch this.
What? Yeah.
And I'm like, we're customers, you don't care. I'm so used to costume changing that it's like, okay, here we go. All right. Let's head to pink. Forget which way the goes. I'm probably going to smear my face, but that's okay.
You can wear it like that.
Okay, got that neon.
Doesn't have to go. You can
Pull the long, not that coat, you want the long coat.
You should see what she did. A little
On
bit.
here.
Let's see.
This is neon. The neon green.
I love that wig.
Yeah, fun wig. So you got. I look like a very scary Joker at the moment. Okay. All right, we have, let's do the neon gloves. And we will do the purple glasses. I think that's all the neon stuff I have over here. So I'm not sure how I look because I'm blind otherwise. You also can put this around your waist.
Yeah, I think I like it around your waist better.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
All right, around the waist.
I'm just loving the coat. Oh, I know, right?
This was some character that's an anime character, and he had done it for, my cousin had done it for Halloween a couple of years back. He's like, I'm not going to use it. Here, you take it. I'm like, oh, sure. Give me costume. I am so upset. So, all right. I think that's all the.
You're looking so cool.
So we got this one too. And also what's fun with these is you can also put them on your arms. So, you know, and let me throw on boots with this one actually.
Come over here, buddy.
So one of the things that you got to think about is outside of the box. So let's do these two. See if I fit in this one. It's been a while since I wore these. When you do costuming, my brain also looks at things and goes, how else can I use this? So this leg thing was made for a leg thing, but you can also throw them in your arms. The scarf, I threw it around my waist. Let's get the hood all the way down. I won't zip it up just so you can see. So, you know, you can play with things. So that's what the fun part about making a costume out of your I can't see. Let me do this. Oh, I can see again. Costume out of your closet is what weird things you can come up with. And it's cheap. So,
Yeah.
and also it's how you see things differently. There's some jewelry too. I have some weird jewelry like a lizard brooch, you know, or wrist thing. So, all right. So we played dress up with Mandy. You know, my unique stuff back here. You know, we'll keep the pink on. And I will move us back over there to the other room and we will continue.
Yeah, yes.
I am back. All right, there we go. And let me remove the spotlight and have all of us together so we can talk. You get me and my lips and weird stuff, but so that is how my brain works with a costume and trying to figure out what I want or how I want to look. What character I want to portray, that kind of pops into. And so I asked if anybody had a piece in their wardrobe that they wanted to show, and then we could talk about what pieces might work, what might help. If you have anything, let me know. I know Judy said she had something that she wanted to show and see if that would work.
Okay, let me camera set up so
I'll make you a spotlight for everyone. Hi, Judy.
I'm sitting here chewing.
All right.
Okay, I got to turn off the background filter and then flip the camera on so you can. Okay, I have a couple of delightful pairs of shoes here.
Nice.
These which are just incredibly gaudy. And then I have my delightful rhinestone boots here.
Nice.
Either of those very steampunk
Or cyberpunk you're talking about?
cyberpunk, sorry.
I would say your silver could be very cyberpunk if you put silver in other places. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And, oh, they aren't silver, they're rhinestones.
Okay, the rhinestone. Okay.
They're fabulous. They're so garish. I love them.
So I guess with cyberpunk, it depends on which way you want to do the cyberpunk. Like I said, it is a genre all its own. It's futurism, it's dystopianism, but they also have the, you know, the neon colors and the things like that. So
I had not expected to hear neon colors.
well, if you look at Blade Runner, all of the colors, all of the
Neon in that movie.
neon in it. Now, a lot of people didn't wear it, but who says you can't pull some of that into your costume, especially with
Sure.
like with Tron, with those lines. That is considered also cyberpunk, is the cyberpunk lines. There is a cool, I haven't played with it. Judy actually played with it a little bit. There is a cool, I'm not sure what they're called, but it's plastic that you can light up, and it has like neon blues and greens and things like that. So that's always fun. So to me, it depends on which way you want to go, I guess.
Okay.
Are you going to the Tron ways, which is a
Right.
neon kind of thing?
Mhm.
Are you going the, pulling the colors, so.
Yeah, Bruce and I actually found some face shield goggles that have that Tron thing going on, that have the cyberpunk line drawings in white on it, that have a little battery and you press at different times and it does different tricks. So assuming the batteries work, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, to me, it's the neon is the illusion of the electricity or things like that, the futurism, yeah. So I guess that's the way I interpreted it. Other people can interpret it how they want. With cyberpunk, some people like the dystopian, grungy pieces of bodies that are like cyborg and things like that. You could go that way too. So,
Okay.
but
Would you consider like the capital fashion from Hunger Games being like a high fashion dystopian?
yeah, I would. But
Okay,
that's my
good, because that's
estimate.
kind of what I was going for. I'm going for capital fashion,
Yeah, capital of fashion. I am
the
couture.
kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May it ever be in your favor, that
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
jumps in
exactly.
my head when
Yeah. I have an old pleather jacket, just describing it kindly, if you know what I mean, that I wore. It's over 10 years old, and there's parts of the pleather that is coming apart, which
Oh,
may
cool.
be in my favor here.
Duct tape it. Duct tape it. That's
Um,
really
I could use some advice though, because it's only one place where it's coming apart. So I need to abuse it some more. And it's pleather. I kind of want to add some details. I don't know, can you see up here in the collar
Yeah.
where it's really coming apart? And it's this bomber style jacket. Okay.
Okay.
Some studs.
Well, yeah, I could add studs and stuff to it. Is there a good way to paint it or tint it?
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep it or do you?
No, honestly, this is was about to go in the dumpster anyway. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Um,
So I could, yeah.
if you don't care that it doesn't have to be washed, you can take acrylics
Right.
to it. I mean, there is
Okay,
neon
that's an
acrylics.
idea.
Sharpies.
So,
Even if
Well, I
you
kinda
do
wanna-
want to wash it, you can use acrylic. You just need to heat set the acrylic, and you can do that with a blow dryer on high. I'm not sure how that'll go with the pleather,
Okay,
but you can actually re-water seal that in whatever color you want with the acrylic.
okay. All right. That gives
But
me
once
some
you heat
ideas.
set acrylic, it turns into plastic.
Well,
'Cause
and
it's acrylic.
yeah, and this jacket is basically plastic, so
So you could make whatever color it is you want showing from underneath that black
okay,
with acrylic, even glow in the dark. It might not glow very well though.
right. Honestly, my expectations was like shades of grays and browns to kind of make it look like it had been, worn
mhm.
and abused for a long time, kind of thing.
You could go over it with a metallic, and if the black showed through, it wouldn't matter because
Yeah.
like a metallic.
And then just
Black.
thin it with maybe some rubbing alcohol,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't see like harsh lines.
Now, one thing
Give it
with
a watercolor.
one thing with cyberpunk, I don't care if things are finished with cyberpunk, if that makes sense. So like
Yeah.
the gloves, if I chopped them off, if they're ratty, I don't care,
Yeah.
that adds a little taste to it.
Mhm.
if the shirt, I didn't care about it, I would put holes in it and where you could see the black through it. But I kind of care about it because it's out of my closet. But if I
Right,
went to Goodwill
right.
and found something and I
Yeah.
just put a hole in it, and you see
Yeah.
through. So that's another layer you can add to it. So
Yeah, I just stumbled on a really good deal on some men's black cargo pants for Bruce and I that I want to wash about 6 times and then just kind of spray paint them, drop some bleach on them, cut them, take sandpaper to them, whatever, just beat the heck out of them. But yeah. All right.
So, I mean, and that's, I'm kind of jumping to steampunk now just a little bit, just because with steampunk is a genre, just like cyberpunk is a genre, but you can make it your own. There's no, it has to be this way. And that's why I view cyberpunk too. You do need the futurism in it somehow, but how you interpreted futurism, is it in pieces? Are you a high couture person? Are you, how do you interpret it? Do you have to have a mechanical arm, or do you want to draw in, so you have lines that so it's to me, it's how you interpret it. There's a lot of people that start it and then they're like, I don't know what to do. So that's why I usually say pick one piece from your closet and then build off of that. And you saw that pile of clothes. I just brought a whole bunch of clothes, kind of threw them down and go, okay, which one works? For those that are just starting, it's a great way to get your toes out, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
anybody else got a piece of cloth they want to, clothes they want to maybe show off and ask, or?
No, it's all in the-
No, but I would like to point out that a lot of cyberpunk stuff isn't actually any different clothes than we're wearing. So it becomes about a prop. So you can be cyberpunk in jeans and a t-shirt with a prop.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fair. I mean, that's what I was talking about. My makeup is considered a prop. The wig probably would be considered a prop. That's that kind of last thing that pushes it over, or when I had that on. So
Oh, I have something that I would like to show, but Mama has to come down to turn the camera on, but just figured I'd let the group know.
okay, cool. Let's see. While we're waiting, is there any other questions? Any that kind of thing? Is anybody want to share besides somebody doing Shakur? What they have an idea for, or
I was
maybe
gonna take some either black sweatpants or some whatever dark neutral sweatpants, and just sew zippers on the outside, just to kind of give it, a different kind of functionality look that's not really there, to make it look like it has thousands of pockets on it, but it doesn't, just because for times, just to give the appearance of. I didn't know if that was.
no, I think that'd be fun. It's a great exploring piece of what you could do with it. You don't have to. To me, that falls into the realm of almost like a stage piece, in that it doesn't have to be functional, but it looks like really cool piece. I mean, in that all the zippers don't have to function, but just some people will be like, let me zip. That'd be my thing. Don't touch me. I'm a costumer. Don't touch me, kind of thing. But my costume, don't touch.
Yeah.
So.
What about corsets?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I mean, it just in general.
Well,
corset
no, go ahead.
opinions.
Like a black vinyl corset that someone bought you.
Yeah, I mean,
It's PVC. It's not
PVC.
vinyl. It's
It's the
PVC.
PVC.
PVC black corset.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can do a lot with that. You know, that could be the piece that you center around. In other words, you have the
Oh, it's
corset, and then
The
do you put
showstopper,
like
yeah.
a mesh over top of it? Do you have
Mhm.
mesh up here? Do you use a black jacket and that? Do you have chains? Do you, I mean, so
Actually found at Goodwill last weekend. I forgot to bring it, but it's this extremely heavy, like it feels like it's from the 60s rhinestone shirt. It's like
Oh.
solid rhinestones, and I'm gonna turn it into a skirt.
Oh, that
That'd
sounds
be
like fun.
It's not gonna be a shirt. It's gonna end up being like slit on both sides.
And you
kinda
wouldn't
skirt.
have to feel obligated to hem it. You know what I mean?
It's already hemmed because it's a shirt.
Yeah, but I mean, I would cut it up and have like rough, jaggy bits,
I
you
have
know?
the final product. I haven't decided yet.
And then
but
maybe wear just like some cheap black leggings
It was just
under
a-
it if it's exposing a little too much.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
was thinking,
you
I was
know?
thinking going ridiculous and finding like some snake skin leggings, like black on black snakes.
I'm kind of thinking about pulling out a costume I made years ago that it was for a CC when we were doing a rock and roll theme.
Oh, the Madonna.
Yeah, the Cyndi Lauper costume.
Oh, Cyndi Lauper. Yeah.
Where I distressed a blue jean jacket, tore holes in it, and stuffed like webbing and netting and rhinestones in
That
it,
would be so cool.
Safety pins.
safety pins, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
there's
get
a
a safety
skirt with
pin,
like
yeah.
10 different layers of black netting-ish stuff. That
That'd
just,
be awesome.
and I do have kind of a sassy rhinestone belt, but it does swing Cyndi Lauper, but you know,
Cyndi Lauper can be in the Matrix. It's fine.
yeah, I might visit that.
Right.
Are you both gonna show something?
Mm,
Yeah, I like the top. It's very Tron-y. I like it.
yeah, it is.
Oh, take off the jacket. Yeah. Okay. So, so this is an old dance costume
It's
of
got
mine.
like the flared
Figure
a
skating.
little
but-
bit legs, and I like it a lot.
No, it gives me Tron feels on that. If you,
Mm.
let's see if I
I
can
do
find.
have like a blue,
Oh,
like,
okay.
kind of like waist corset I could do.
Yes.
It doesn't
No,
need to be
because
too much.
it'll
Cruise.
mess with that.
I like the belt.
Love it.
The belt looks good.
Yeah, it's attached.
It's one
Attached? Well,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, it does have a very big Tron feel. You have
Mhm.
her with the circle and things like that. So,
And I have a bolero in the back opens.
oh, that's nice.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
that.
fun.
back opens on this too, so it's straight back.
Mhm.
So I like it very much, but it's very much tight in the neck.
Yeah, I just
It'd be fun
Let
if
it
you
out a
could
little
find a way to add some kind of battery operated lights in the
oh,
back.
yeah. On the X on the back.
Back.
The X
Or
I'll have
even
to
if you
figure it
had a glove that had like a light on
Mhm.
it or something.
Yeah,
like Michael Jackson with the rhinestones.
very Ziggy stuff. Even if it was as simple as finding a strand of lights that you literally just wound around your arm and found a way to anchor it at your wrist, you know, and like do the,
Like
should
a
do that.
battery pack under your armpit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
that would be a fun way because I like that blue.
Even.
Yeah,
That's a great.
I like it too. It's very shiny.
yeah.
Yes.
And
it's
that's good.
Uh-huh.
It's a good thing I hung on to it, right?
Like
I
you can
do
like
have,
lighted
like-
stripes down the sides of the pants.
Hmm.
Like in blue stripes down the sides of the pants.
Yeah,
Probably figure out a
safety
way to do
pins do
that.
great things. You know,
Duct tape.
duct tape.
Duct tape, yeah.
No, that costume would not survive if you put duct tape on it. Honey, do you know how old that thing is?
Old enough. I don't know.
Before your
Yellow
mother
wire
got
and a
home.
whip stitch, though.
Still
You
fit
definitely have Tron.
Yeah,
I do have
Well-
two boots that might go with it.
Distressing is cyberpunk, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, if it falls apart, you know, it could be
Might want
intentional.
So,
Yeah, you just keep wearing stuff, and you just patch the holes with
Mhm.
the duct tape. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or whatever you got.
I feel like duct tape would be a massive part of that.
That's okay. Just
Good, now you got a base.
Yay!
yeah, so
Mhm.
you have a base and don't build on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's for inspiration.
I'm not sure if it would go with the blue. Do you have a blue dragon over there?
No.
I mean, it'd go with it color wise, but I don't think.
Cook off. Thank you.
So, well, cool. I'm gonna say we're getting to 7:50. Any other questions? Any other? I hope this gave you some ideas. How I guess my brain. I've been told my brain works differently than a lot of people, but
A lot of us. in
that's a
this whole
customer's brain in its own way. But the biggest thing is I'm able to see things differently. In other words, if it's a cup, I can then change it to something else and use that imagination. And I guess with me going through my closet, pulling out things, you know, it has helped me in costuming in other ways too. So kind of thing. But,
Okay.
and say any other questions, or if you want to talk costuming itself, I'm open to that, or we can.
No, I get a lot of good ideas now.
Mhm.
That helped out a lot.
Yeah, the ideas you guys had on how to colorize my jacket helps. Yeah, I was thinking I'd just take spray paint to it, but yeah, I may give some other things a try.
And there's some fun acrylics out there. There's some neon acrylics. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of different layers of acrylics too. So
Yeah. Okay. Mhm.
that one of the questions I asked you was, how do you want to keep it? And that actually is a big question I ask with costuming myself is this a piece I want to keep, or is this a piece I don't care if I destroy? And that answer a lot of questions myself. So
Well, we made a trip to Goodwill for that very reason, to at least get some pieces that we could at least start with, you know, even if they're epic fails, then we we know where we went bad, you know.
Yeah.
and
If we don't go tomorrow, I'm going Sunday on my way home. Probably all the different Goodwills. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a big haul.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I found boots. All I've got left of my costume is to find a shirt
Uh-huh.
and leggings, preferably with pockets, any pockets.
I didn't think about it, but when we went to Goodwill, I was impressed. All of us came back with a pair of shoes.
nice.
Yep.
Because they already have that kind of distressed, abused aesthetic, you know, and anything I would have in my closet would look too pristine, you know.
I got all my
So-
costume shoes at Goodwill because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care if they're used. I'll wear them once maybe, and
Hmm.
I don't care if they get destroyed. Is the important thing.
Right.
See, I get most of my costume shoes at Walmart. That's not Walmart, Goodwill.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I when we were there, it just didn't, I was like, oh yeah, that would be a great
Got
place
two
to
pair
look.
of brogues
Yeah.
that are in the storage closet. The one beat up
Cool.
brown pair and the new pair.
Well, now I feel more
Yeah.
empowered to start cutting things up and painting them and abusing them. Yes.
And that's a lot of times it's really got a really cool piece of the cyber, and then you look closer and something's destroyed over here. So I kind of like that too of the cyberpunk.
Yeah. It's a good idea. Mhm.
That's good. All right. Any other questions?
Thanks for showing us the face stuff, because that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
just how straightforward that is to do, that you don't have to like be some kind of expert. You just that's little.
And the truth though, I would come and I might do a little jig over and come down and make it a little more, and then the eyeliner is blue, so I could draw along. And I mean, I did it fast, but you can play with it all you want. But it's simple just to make it look like you have circuits in your face, on your neck, or if you want to put it on your hand, and that kind of thing. So
Cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
you bet.
Mhm. Yeah.
Not, I can say that. Thanks
Depending
everybody,
on how far out
Thank
you
you.
go.
Thank you.
and we'll
Thank
see
you.
you in a couple of months, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
All four of us.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right.